Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. And today I'm gonna do a review of They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. And this is the second book that I have finished for 2018. I'm very proud of myself. Like, last January, February, and March, I didn't really read a whole lot, which is why I didn't reach my Goodreads goal. This year, I have set my Goodreads goal for 101 books, and I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it! Yes. So anyway, I had this book, I bought it, but I also had it on Audible. I'm gonna give it to my friend's daughter. I have like a collection of books over there that I'm giving her so that she's 13 years old and she loves young adult. Or did she just turn 14? I think she just turned 14. Maddie, she's been on my channel before. So I have like 6 or 7 books over there. I bought this, I listened to it on Audible, so I'm gonna give it to her. Now, I have read all 3 of Adam Silvera's books now. I feel like, oh my God, I'm an Adam Silvera super fan. No, but I do love his work so much. And before we get into this, last year I had started 2017 saying that I was going to do a review of every book that I read. And what happened was it would have been like every 3 days or every 2 days or something. So going forward, I may upload 2 videos on some days if I do a review and I want to do a tag or something like that, just so you guys know. Don't feel like you have to watch my reviews. All of the reviews that I'm going to do are going to be spoiler free. Anything that I tell you will be something that happens within like the first 10 pages of the book, so it won't ruin anything for you. Other than that, it will just be kind of like a summary of what I liked about the book, if that makes sense. So, I have some 40 books on Audible that I haven't listened to. I didn't really know what I was going to listen to next. Right now, I am listening to The Woman in the Window. It is like the newest mystery for 2018. You guys, it is fantastic. It is so good. So if you're looking for a really, really good mystery, go check out The Woman in the Window. So anyway, I had this on my list for a while, on my TBR and on my Audible TBR for a while to listen to. And here was the thing, is that I loved More Happy Than Not, but I did not love, I can never even remember the title of it, honestly. History Is All You Left Me was not my favorite, okay? So, like, when I was wanting to read this, I was like, is this going to be the same kind of story? Like, at some point, it's starting to get a little repetitive, kind of. For me, it felt like both books were a little similar. So, like, I loved the first one, didn't love the second one, and then I was like, okay, so what am I going to think of this one? This is so different, and here's the thing, like, it's really unfair to compare authors to other authors because I think they're so unique and different. But Adam Silvera reminds me a lot of Sean David Hutchinson in the fact that they take like normal contemporary stories that are happening, but they bring these kind of, you know, like futuristic ideas into it, or really creative, imaginative ideas. And I think it's really the next level of writing that we're seeing right now. And I'm so impressed with it. It's kind of a mix between like world building and contemporary. It's like a mix between there, like somehow. And since I am such a lover of contemporary, the fact that it's like almost all contemporary, but then it goes into that arena a little bit is really cool to me. So the book is about these 2 guys, and Rufus and Mateo, and they become friends. I don't want to tell you how, okay, because that's part of the book. That's part of the creativity of the Genius book. But they have both received a call at midnight from Deathcast. And Deathcast is this organization that if you're going to meet an untimely death, they call you at like midnight or sometime after that, and they tell you that you're going to die sometime that day. They don't tell you how, so you have no idea how, you have no idea when. It could be like in the next 10 minutes or it could be like 12 hours later. And so it's really how these 2 meet and how they, like, their lives intertwine. One of the genius things I loved about this book, other than the fact that there's a 3rd narrator in here, and it's Bonnie Turpin, who is my favorite narrator. She narrated The Underground Railroad, she narrated The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, and she is one of the narrators in this. And there's all of these like secondary characters, which the book is rather short. It is, let me tell you how many pages it is. The book is 368 pages. It goes really quick. I think the audio version was like 8 hours. And there's all these secondary characters from each, you know, so Rufus lives in a foster home. So it's all of his like foster brothers and all that kind of stuff. And then Mateo has like a best friend. And so those kind of intertwine. But then there's third, like, primary, secondary, what's like, okay, so I don't know, ulterior, I don't know, what would I call those characters? Why can't I think of the word? There's a word for it. Somebody help me in the comment section below. But anyway, the third set of characters, and those are characters that kind of like intercede with the story, but they don't really affect the main characters except for like indirectly. And it's so well done, you guys. Like, I did not for one moment, I listened to the last 3 hours last night, like driving around. I kept on driving just so I could finish this book. It was so fantastic. I never once got bored. The thing is that drives this story, okay? And this is not a spoiler. The thing that drives this story is that it's called They Both Die at the End, but you don't know if they're gonna die, and you don't want them to die, and you don't know how they're gonna die, and so you're like, is there gonna be some trick at the end where they don't die, or are they gonna die? And that's kind of like this one theme that keeps on going through all of it. But bigger than that, the message is, and you will be very surprised at the end, I will just tell you that. The one theme at the end of the book, or through the whole book that I loved, is that don't wait to start living your life. And the message of this book was so profound to me, especially like where I'm at in my life. You know, I'm gonna be 46 this year. And I started my booktube channel 2 years ago, and sometimes I'm like, God, I wish I had got on YouTube a lot earlier, you know? And, you know, just a lot of things in my life. Writing my book, I didn't write my book until I was 40, you know? There's so many things in my life that I wish, 42, I think. There's so many things in my life that I wish that I had done earlier and I hadn't waited. And really for me, it took my mom getting sick and dying for me to realize that life is short, okay? We're on borrowed time as it is. And this book is such a fantastic reminder of this. I fell in love with like the main characters. I fell in love with instantly so much, and they are just such endearing characters. And what's so awesome is through the course of 24 hours you get to see them have this like cathartic change, and you really get to see the fact that they got this death cast call changed their lives, like absolutely changed their lives. It's so well done. The idea is so creative. Now I will tell you, well, I can't say this, but I would love for there to be a sequel to this. So Adam, if you are thinking about a sequel, I think you know where I want that to go. So anyway, I would love to see a sequel to this book. And that's all I'm going to say about it because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. You have to read it. This book is fantastic. But yeah. Anyway, so go check out Adam Silvera's They Both Die at the End. I love the cover. The cover is so beautiful. And I have to say this, the whole time that I was reading or listening to the book, I saw them like walking together. Like I kept on seeing that image. And somebody commented on my video yesterday and they said, you say that covers don't like make you want to read or not read a book. And that's so true. Like I say that on my tags all the time. But like if I'm in a bookstore, honest to God, like the book, like the cover that like kind of like pulls me in a little bit is the one that I'm probably going to go to. Not that I wouldn't pick up other books, but that's the one that's going to come to me first. When a cover matches the story inside, I think that is just beautifully done, and I love this. And I also love that it stays true to all of his books that he writes. They're all very similar, you know, to some degree. So anyway, please go check it out. He is an amazing author, and I can't wait to see what he has next, which is, do you guys know he's co-written a book with Becky Albertalli that's coming out, I think, in like September. And I was just looking at his Twitter because I tweeted him and he like liked it. So anyway, I mean, it's the little things in life that we live for, right? So anyway, I hope you guys go out and get this book. It's fantastic. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.